Blood Seal Eternal Mermaid marks the 40th anniversary of the entire Lupin the Third series and is also a very momentous event, as it is the first movie to replace 3 of the long-standing Lupin the Third voice actors. Daisuke Namikawa will be taking over the role of Goemon from Makio Inyo. Miyuki Sawashiro will be taking over the role of Fujiko from Eiko Masayama. And like I mentioned back in Tokyo Crisis, Koichi Yamadera will be taking the role of Zenigata for Naya Goro. Our movie starts out with Lupin being dragged into a dark room by a mafia boss known as Todo, who wants Lupin to steal a treasure known as the Mermaid Scale. And, say it with me, if Lupin doesn't steal the Mermaid Scale, Fujiko's going to die. However, in the middle of stealing the Mermaid Scale, Todo is killed off by our villain of this movie, Himuro. Lupin runs into one of our token girls of the movie, Maki, a popcorn girl, who wants to become a thief and study under the tutelage of Lupin, even going so far as to calling him sensei. We find out that Himuro is really after the treasure of the Yaobikuni, a 800-year-old Buddhist nun that is said to have eaten the flesh of a mermaid. We also find out that Maki wants to become a thief because she wants to steal back her good friend Misa, who was originally taken by Todo to pay off for the orphanage that they lived in. But then Himuro got a hold of Misa because, as it turns out, Misa is actually a long-lost relative of this Buddhist nun and can heal herself automatically from any wound, just like Wolverine. So will Lupin be able to help Maki rescue her friend Misa, or will Himuro get to the treasure in the end and profit off of all the warmongering that he can gain from it? This movie's overall story is pretty stock, pretty standard, nothing that we haven't seen already before. What makes it stand out, though, is the great job that the animators did with this animation. Nice use of camera angles, just a very dynamic looking film. The 2 token girls, Misa and Maki, are also a great pair of girls. Maki being young, but she's energetic and wanting to learn from the best in the business. Misa being more soft-spoken but also motherly, and caring a lot about Maki and doesn't want to get her involved in the shady businesses that people are trying to get after her special DNA. Himuro as the villain is a pretty good scumbag. The movie overall is pretty great, except... Now, I'm going to be going into spoiler territory here. When it gets to the 3rd act, all of a sudden we go from a pretty neat film to holy crap, what's going on? The finale gets really gruesome. Himuro actually injects some of the Buddhist nun's blood into himself, which for some reason turns him into a big hulking monster. I liked where the film was heading, where in one part Lupin actually goes a little bit more soul-searching in wondering what does it mean to be Lupin, questioning why did his grandfather not steal the treasure of the Buddhist nun. Lupin III has dealt with a lot of things over the years. This hulking Leviathan isn't the strangest, but Himuro going all Hulk is still really distracting and really changes the film because of it. I think it's a case where the animators really wanted a big monster scene at the end or something like that. I have no idea where the direction of this was going, but I can tell where we're going to be going in the next film.